This conference will now be recorded.
So what's our last class? Fine. Let's start for today's class. I hope so. Today's class is very, very important, and moreover, it will make you a lot of if you understood this topic, then you can solve any kind of program in Python. Okay. So let me open my notebook, whiteboard. What? Okay. Yeah. I think it was recording. Yes, fine. So side heading, guys, today's concept is very, very important, and which is a control statements. What it is? Control statements. You know what? Before we understood what exactly the control statement, okay. So coming to this particular control statements, okay. Before we understood this one, we need to go for please mute your systems. Let's go for understand what exactly the statement. Who will go for answer this particular question? Who will go for answer this particular question? What exactly the statement? What exactly the statement? See, when you want to try to understand the statement, so let me go for understand the program. Program means what, guys? It's a collection of statements, right? Okay, collection of statement, and moreover the line, it could be executable, right? So let me go for understand that one only. Statement means an instruction in a program, it could be executable. An instruction in a program, it could be executable. That we are calling it a statement. An instruction in a program, it could be executable. Is it clear my point? That exactly the definition of the statement. Yes, I hope you understood. Now Now let's go for understand what exactly the program. Tell me anyone, what exactly the program? Program means it's a very simple thing. It's a collection of statements, right? Collection of what? Collection of statements to do any one of the specific task. To do any one of specific task. Is it clear my point? So let me go for understand. Statement means it's a very simple thing, an instruction. It could be executable in a program that we are calling it's a statement. And let's go for understand the program. Program means it's a very clear thing. So we need to collect some statements to do any one of the specific task, right? My question is here, how the program can executes? How the program can executes? How the program can executes? Tell me how the program can executes. Jyoti, tell me. Let me go for understand. This is my program. The program, it may have some statements and 4 5 something like this. In this particular situation, if the first statement execution is completed, then it will be go for second one. If the second statement execution is completed, then go for the third one. If the third statement execution is completed, then it will be go for fourth one. If the fourth execution is completed, then it will be go for the fifth one. Something like this, it will go for statement by statement, guys. Okay. Now tell me how the program can execute now. The program can execute statement by statement. If one statement execution is done, then it will be go for the second statement. That way the program can being executes. I hope you understood. Uma, did you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there any question regarding about a statement program and how the program can be executes? Yes. So if we have 100 lines in a program, then 100 lines can execute line by line. If first line done, then go for the second line. Then second line is done, then go for third line. Then third line is done, then go for the fourth line. It's a purely statement by statement or line by line execution will be there in any programming language. Usually in a Python, especially, will do this particular process only. Okay. Now let's go for understand what exactly the control statements. What exactly the control statements? Let me try same thing. Let me try for same thing. Here we have the 100 lines, here 10 lines, here 10 lines, and 10 line, and so on. Okay. See, I want to execute this 10 lines, but I don't want to execute this 10 lines. Okay, first 10 lines I want to be executes. I want, actually, after execution of the 10th line, it will be go for the 11th line, right? But I don't want to executes. I can write the program in a, I can write the line in a program, but I don't want to executes. Okay, after execution of this 10 line, I want to skip this particular portion and I would like to go for the next some statements. See here, actually the flow of execution of the program, it could be line by line, but sometimes you want to skip some iterations, you want to skip some statements, you want to skip some block of statements. Okay, or else let me go for one more thing. Here we have 10 lines, the same 10 lines again I want to be executes, same 10 lines again I want to be executes. See, actually after execution of this 10 line, it will be go for 11th line, right? But again I want to go back to the first line and I want to be executed. See, here also the program execution is changing or not. Okay, so if you want to be performing that kind of operation, then control statements will help you actually. So what exactly the control statements? With the help of the control statements, we can, what we can do, we can change the flow of execution of the program. Flow of execution of the program. Is it clear, my point? Is it clear? Please confirm me. I'm getting throat pain if you're not answering it.
Yes, sir, please.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what exactly the control statements. What we will do with help of the control statements? We
Can
can
change the flow of execution.
absolutely correct. We can change the flow of execution of the program. Usually the flow of execution of the program is it's a statement to be statement that we can change with help of the control statements. There are three type of control statements are there. The first one is the conditional statements. Conditional statements. Second one is the looping statements. Looping statements. What about third one? Actually, we can change the flow of execution of these conditional statements and looping statements with help of the control keywords. We have some control keywords are there. With help of those particular control keywords, we can change the flow of execution of the conditional statements and looping statements. That also we can changes. Not only flow of execution of the program, we can change the conditional statement execution as well as looping statements execution also we can change with help of the control statements, and we will discuss those things. It does not much important at this moment. Let's go for understanding the conditional statements. Let's concentrate on first conditional statements. Yes, tell me what exactly the conditional statements. You already know that statement means a line, it can be executable, right? But here condition statements means statements executes based on the conditions. Basically statements can be executable, but some statements it can be executed based on the condition. Whatever the statements, it can be executed. Statements can be executed based on conditions. Based on conditions, whatever the statements, it can be executable. Those particular statements we are calling it say conditional statements. From that one, the very first one is, which is the simple if. What it is? Simple if. What about second one? If and else. What about third one? Elif ladder. What about the fourth one? Nested if. Okay. Is it clear my point?
Yes.
Can you note it? Yeah. Can you please note it? I can just give you 3 minutes of time. You please note it this all. Simple if and else, and elif ladder and nested if. Those are the conditional statements. These four things are depends upon the condition only. So if the condition based upon the condition only, some group of statements or single statement can be executed. Otherwise, it can be stops. Okay. It could not be executable. Based upon the condition, whatever the statements, it can be executed. Those statements we are calling it say conditional statements. Please remember it. Done? Is it
Yes,
completed? Or
exactly.
yeah, let's go for understand simple if. Okay, let's concentrate on the simple if. Okay, see, simple if means, let me consider this is some group of statements. Okay, or these are block of statements. It could be a block or else group of statements. Okay, it may contain some number of statements. See, this statement's execution was depend on the condition. Okay, it was depending on the condition. If this condition is true, so actually this condition having the two options, it can be true or it can be false. The condition, it can be true or else the condition, it can be false. Okay, if this condition is true, this block of statements can be executes. Okay, when the condition is true, the block of statements can be executes, otherwise it can stop. Okay, it can be stop the execution. It, the block of statements, it won't executes. Okay, and this condition, it will checking by the a keyword. The keyword name is if keyword. If is the keyword which is followed by the condition. If is the keyword which is followed by the condition. Okay, so this if keyword which is checking the condition, here we have the two options. It may be true or it may be false. If the condition is true, the block of statements can be executes, or else if the condition is false, it won't executes. Okay, even the condition is true or condition is false, whatever the statements are there after this particular if block, it can be executes. In both situation, even the condition is true or even the condition is false, the statements after the if, it can be executed. Okay, so let me write a small table for this one. So for example, if having the thing over here, this is the false, or else the if, it can be returns the false, or else the if, it can be returns the true. Okay, in this particular situation, within a if having a block, right, the block which having some statements, these statements, it could not executed, but the statements inside of the if, it can be executed when the condition is true. Okay, and outside of the if, out of the block, out of the block, the statements out of the block, it can be executed even the condition is true or even condition is false. This is the only difference. I hope you understand now, right? Let's go for syntax. Let's go for a write a syntax in a Python programming language and how it will do it, or else I can write a flowchart. Let me consider the program. It can be start execution from the statement one. Okay, so by the time of execution of the program, it may have some statements. It may have some statements. So the statements can be executed. After execution of some statement, you got some condition or you may have some condition. Okay, so this is the condition. It will check by the if keyword. If is the keyword, it can be checking the condition. Here we have the two options. Either it can be true, either it can be false. Let me consider, we have some statements. We have some statements out of that particular block. Okay, this is after the block, after the if block. Okay, and here we have some statements. This block is the inside of the block, inside of the block. This block of statements are inside of the if. The block of statements here, these are the outside of the block. Okay, so here what will happening over here, so if the condition is true, it will be go for execution of the block of statements. After that one, it will be go for out of the block, then it will stop the execution. It will stop the execution. For example, if the condition is false, The block of statements it won't execute, and it directly go for the out of the block. It will go for directly out of the block. Is it clear? Can you please note it? Can you please note this particular flowchart? Anna, చెప్పండి.
కరెంట్ షాక్ కొట్టింది.
కొడుతుంది కరెంట్ షాక్. మ్యూట్ చేసుకో.
సారీ సార్.
Karthik, can you hear me my voice? I just stopped myself. The reason is that I'm just giving a task for you. Just write this particular flowchart in your notes. Clear, right? Have you written this particular flowchart? So once if you understood
Yes,
this
sir.
particular, let me go with the write a syntax. With help of that particular syntax only, okay, with help of that particular syntax only, you can build the program. See, in a case of Python programming language, there is no functions actually. You can start writing the program from the first line itself. Okay, so for example, the program, it could be starting from the first line. One statement is done, second statement is done. By the time if you got some if and followed by the condition, and here the if and condition both are separated with space, and make sure that it should having the colon symbol. Some people they might forgot to mention the colon symbol. Okay, and here we don't have open parenthesis and closure parenthesis in Python, unlike C programming language. Okay, so then how you can able to make it some group of statements as a block? For that one we can use some indents. So that means space, you just give some space and we can start writing the statement after the some space, and you should write all statements the same equal space. See, these all three statements are one block. These all three statements are one block. So if you want to be come out of this particular block, then you should write exactly exactly below the if. Okay, below the if. See, make sure that here the program which is starting from the first statement onwards, then second statement execution is done. By the time of third, we have the if and followed by the condition. Let me consider the condition was true, then this all statement can be executes. After that one, then it will be go for execute these particular statements. For example, so this statement is done, this statement execution is done, and we got the if and followed by the condition is false. If in case the condition is false, then this all statements it won't execute and it will start execution from the this particular statements. Is it clear my point now? At least. So we have some group of statements. It can execute or it may not be executes. It's a totally depends upon the condition. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For understanding this one, what I should do, I would like to open my Anaconda and I can execute some programs. Okay, let's launch this particular notebook. Desktop, and this is your, okay. Now let me go for creating the new Python 3 and that name of that particular file is Python control statements. Okay, so once we are in the Python control statements, the first one is simple if, right? Let's go for understanding the simple if. And so coming to this particular simple if, I just want to write a small program. Write a program, print big number. Print big number. Write a program. Write a program. Find the area of triangle when triangle is equilateral triangle. What does mean that equilateral triangle? Tell me.
All sides are equal.
No, it's a very simple thing, right? So you have three sides. Triangle means it should have the three sides, right? Yes. A, and this is B, and this is C. So the side of this one and the side of B, the side of C, if all are equal, then it could be equilateral triangular, right? So when it is the equilateral triangle, then only I should be able to go for find the area. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be performing the area of the triangle. Okay, clear, right? See here, there is a task. The task is finding the area of the triangle. But thing is that if you want to find it area of the triangle, make sure that that could be equilateral triangle. There is a condition. So here the condition is equilateral triangle. We need to go for checking whether it is equilateral or not. If it is the equilateral, then only I can able to go for writing the area of the triangle, right? That means you should write the area of the triangle logic inside of the block. So first you should have the sides, three sides. The triangle should have the three sides, right? So float of input of enter side A meters. In the meanwhile, you need to go with find out the side B, side C. Okay, so you have to write it A and B and C, and you have the three sides. These three sides which is given by the user only. Once if we have this, once if we have these three sides, then I want to check it. If and only if A equal to B, that means A and B, if both are same, and B equal to C, if these two conditions are true, A equal to B, this condition is true, that means both sides are same. Okay, and even if these two are same, I don't want to say that it's an equilateral triangle. I can say whenever the B equal to C also, if and only if A and B same and B and C both are same, and that too I'm using under keyword, right? Whenever I'm using under keyword, if and only if the first condition is true, then only it will be go for second condition. Okay, if the first condition is true in the sense B and A both are same only, right? That's the reason either you can use the in the second case or second condition, you can use either A either C, sorry, either A either B. If both conditions are true, then I can say I can find the area of the triangle. What is the formula of the area of the triangle? First I can find out the semi perimeter, right? So A plus B plus C by 2. This is my semi perimeter. This is my semi perimeter. Once if we have semi perimeter, then I can able to find the area of the triangle. So when you are trying to find the area of the triangle, make sure that it's a square root. What is the formula of area of the triangle? S into
B by 4.
S minus S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, right? So that S into S minus A into and S minus B into and moreover S minus C, and it's a 2 stars indicating that it's a power, and 0.5 in the sense it's a square root. So this is the way you are just simply finding the area of the triangle. Then I can able to go for find the area of triangle, and the two you just able to go for print the area and see, and I can write some statements out of the if. So you make sure that this 8th and 9th and 10th, these three are in the same line or same space, but when it comes to the 11th one, it's exactly the below of the if, right? Out of the block. So this statement can be executed or not, we'll see now. So I can enter the a value, my 12, and it's also 13. Let me go with 12 this time. So this condition was false. The reason is that a equal to b. 12 equal to 13. No, condition is false. Once the first condition is false, it never go for the second one. It can be stop the this 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th statement execution. Directly it will be go for the 11th statement. Okay, let me go with same program, but this time I can enter the same one. In this particular situation, I can able to find the area. Otherwise, it could not find out it. I hope you understood, right? So for first example, same program, but I can give this different inputs. Same example, but I can give the same equal inputs. That particular situation, I can get the area of the triangle. And if I'm giving this on any one of it is different, then it was not finding the area of the triangle. Okay. Can you please note this particular program? Once it is done, please let me know. Hello, guys, is it completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can give some examples.
Yes, sir.
You can try for yourself. I'm giving some examples. You can try for yourself. Okay, you just use this particular logics only. If only you just use only if anyone using the if and else, then I can it's truly French, you guys. Okay, write a program. Find the area of square when side is even number. If and only if the side is even number, then I can find the area of the square. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. This is one program. Next one is write a program, apply the voter ID application or voter ID. Okay, voter ID. Okay, voter ID application, voter ID. If you want to go with apply the voter ID, make sure that your age is more than 18, right? Next, yeah, you just do these two programs. That's it. You just do these two programs. And this is for today's class. And tomorrow we'll talk about the fundals. And I will try to finish it a little later also. The reason is that if you do these two programs, you done it. That means very simple for you to understand the fundals, and that we will see by tomorrow's class. Take care. See you. Bye.